If you're buying your supplements at the traditional big box stores, things like Walmart, CVS, Target, or even things like Costco, their quality of their products are not there. You are basically consuming poor quality products. Dump them down the toilet, just throw them in the trash because they're not good quality. But this video is specifically about what you should be taking on a daily basis if you're a type 2 diabetic. So let's go right into them. Number one, NAD+. Phenomenal product. It's a natural anti-inflammatory because we know type 2 diabetes is an inflammatory disease process. Number two, glutathione. Another broad spectrum anti-inflammatory, but it also is super beneficial for liver detoxification. It helps remove toxins from your body. Remember that these two products alone right here will help your cells at a cellular level because oxidation is occurring at the cellular level and driving cellular damage. This protects the cells, which is why it's so important. We know that diabetes is a cellular disease. The third one that we see that we could actually be beneficial for is something you need for blood sugar reduction, berberine. Berberine has been shown have the most evidence to help lower sugars naturally in the body. The fourth one that we look at here is omega-3s. Fantastic for a multitude of reasons. Number one, they help with brain function. Number two, they help with cardiovascular function, two areas that are commonly associated with damage in type 2 diabetes. Number three, it helps reduce inflammation, support immune system, but also more importantly, omega-3s is fantastic for cellular function. Fifth one we're going to talk about here is called vitamin D3 with K2. Now, the K2 is important because what happens is when you bring in lots of vitamin D into your body, it has been shown to increase calcification at the arterial walls. So the K2 actually prevents that from happening, which is important so you don't get that calcification and increased risk for cardiovascular damage. But vitamin D is an essential mineral for cellular function. It's so important for your cells. If you don't have good vitamin D, and it's very easy to evaluate, it's a very common test. If your vitamin D, when you get your test done, is below 70, you have low vitamin D. So if you're below 70, your vitamin D is deficient. You need to boost that vitamin D up. So make sure this is part of your regimen on a daily basis. Number six, CoQ10. Very important because remember, as a diabetic, if you've watched some of my other previous videos, we know that it's a cellular disease. Your cells are damaged, and inside your cells, you have called your engines, and those engines are called mitochondria. Your mitochondria are your cellular batteries, your engines of your cells where the sugar needs to get into. What CoQ10 does is it protects those mitochondria, protects those areas in your cells, which is massively important to get those sugars into the cells and functions more optimally. The seventh one we want to talk about here today is a very important one, obviously, as well. That last one is called ALA, or alpha lipoic acid. Alpha lipoic acid is another broad spectrum anti-inflammatory, very beneficial for your overall body in general, reducing inflammation, but also massively important for cellular function. But here's the deal. We have the 7 top supplements you should be taking, but it's one more thing I want to tell you because I want to give you as much information and value here as possible, is that you cannot go and just buy these supplements at any place. Because we know about supplementation, there's something called bioavailability. What does that mean? Bio means body, so it's available to your body. And the majority of those supplements that you're buying at those traditional high-end box stores have 15% bioavailability or lower. So think about this. If you're taking a product with vitamin D and it says 1,000 IUs of vitamin D and it has only 10% bioavailable, you're only getting 100 milligrams or 100 IUs. That's not a lot. You have to massively consume a bunch of it to get that in your body. Make sure you're buying it at higher quality facilities, things like natural grocers, Whole Foods, Sprouts, depending on where you are in the country. We have a lot of these health food stores you can buy them from. Or even best is buying them from healthcare practitioners like myself, because the quality that we get is 85% and above on bioavailability. Higher quality, more bang for your buck, better option. But just doing these supplements alone, as I mentioned before, is essential. This is a baseline thing you should be doing. But if you want to learn more about how to actually evaluate and identify the specific cause to your diabetes and come up with customized solutions, make sure you watch this video right here, because I go into much more in depth about how we do this, how we create solutions, and how you can become non-diabetic. All right, we'll talk to you soon. Take care.